All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone all over the world, for wherever you are. And it's me, your friend, your counselor, your minister, Aladuni Amao. All right. How have you been doing? I hope all is going well. Well, it has no choice. It has to go well. All right, teenagers. I'm glad I'm back again. And today we're going to be talking about emotional discipline. So let me ask you a question. Are you disciplined emotionally? You must be wondering, which one is emotional discipline? All right. And so that's what we're going to be looking into today. Emotional discipline. Are you disciplined? Yes, I am. Physically? Oh, yes, I am. Spiritually? Yes, I am. Emotionally? Which one is emotional? Okay, so um but before then, we that's why this platform is for you. It's all about teenagers and their world, and not only that, what goes on in their world. And that's why we call it things what things. It's just to liberate our teenagers and set them straight, and an opener, and then creating, raising godly teenagers. Let them have that relationship and deep understanding of who they are and the God they serve. But before then, let's go for a little commercial break. Be right back.
Hi guys, subscribe to us Oladuni Elroy TV.
All right, you're welcome back once again to Things World Things platform. So let's go straight to the point. What is emotional discipline? Emotional discipline. Let's consider the word emotional. Oh, have you heard? I'm sure all of us might have gone through that stage. Oh, I'm emotional right now. Oh God, I'm so emotional right now. Someone will start crying. Someone will be so happy. You know, so emotional, it has to do with your emotions, how you're feeling at a particular time, at a particular season. It has to do with your emotions, you know, at a particular time, in a particular season. So in other words, you can be emotional to the next minute, and the other minute you can be emotional right now, and then the next minute you're no longer emotional, you're back to yourself. Okay, so and I have some scripture to back it up. So where does the discipline comes in? I just explain what the meaning of emotion. I've not really explained. I've just said, well, it comes from the word emotions. That means everybody, we are all emotional. We have the tendency to be emotional. We are all human beings. We've got veins on our body. We got blood running in us. So that's to tell you that we have feelings. So we have emotions. In other words, emotion has to do with, you can be happy, you can be sad, you can have mixed feelings. You don't even know whether you're happy or sad. So those are talking about emotions generally, which everybody has, except you're not a living thing. That's when you say you will not have emotion. So in other words, I just want to be well grounded in you that everybody is an emotional human being. You're emotional, and I'm emotional. We could be emotional. Let me use the word, because we all have emotions, and it has to do with our emotions, how we feel. So where does now the discipline comes in? We all know we can be physically disciplined. Yes, so we can be spiritually disciplined. In other words, spiritual discipline is not engaging in uh, some dirty acts, by praying, whether Muslim, Christians, by praying and studying the word, having, those are going to church, communing with people. Those are, those are spiritual discipline. And the physical discipline, of course, you have to wake up at the right time, go to work, go to school, just when you have to resume work at 8 o'clock, and you don't start coming in 9 o'clock, of course you get fired. So those are, physical um discipline. So now let's now narrow it down to emotional discipline. Emotional discipline. Now, how do you go about it? What's that for? That is controlling your feelings. Controlling your feelings. at the right time, in the right season, and even at all time. Control your feelings. You might sit down right now and just say, I feel like eating dodo. Ah, and if I don't eat that dodo, no way, no way, no way, I'll be myself. I just and that strong desire for you to just hit that dodo. Until you hit it, your body will not calm down. Are you with me? So same way, I can give several examples. Maybe doctor has prescribed. Okay, for some of us, I'm not saying some of us, I'm not anyway, but some people that, let's say they are diabetic, and of course they are on diet. You have to reduce sugar intake, blah blah blah. And the next thing is every day you begin to drink Pepsi, because you cannot just control it. You have that feeling. You just sit down and say, hey, maybe you just came back from sun, and say, hey, Pepsi, oh, give me Pepsi, give me Coke. And if I don't drink it, my body will not come out. I must drink it. And you know that it has been prescribed to you to reduce or not even go near it. At least there was a time I've been warned of Coke because of ulcer. I've been warned of Coke that time. So somebody who has have ulcer is always ulcer patient, and they're saying don't drink this particular drink, and until you're healed. Maybe because of the acid, and at that moment you just can't control it. You just feel like, I feel like drinking Coke and I must drink it. I feel like drinking this particular drink and I must drink it, knowing fully well sometimes it might be to your disadvantages. And then you drink it. Or let me give another example. Maybe this particular product is being sold for 100,000 naira, and you just so love that perfume. Let me call it perfume. You so much love that perfume. You perceive it from your friend and was like, oh, I must get it. And you look at your pocket, you know that you cannot afford 100,000. You cannot afford, maybe we're able to afford 20,000. And then you said that product, that perfume, I must get it by all means, because I just feel he must be, I must smell good. I must smell good. And in doing so, you go all manner of route to gather the money, lawfully or unlawfully, to get that thing. So that you lack emotional discipline. When you feel like doing what you're not even supposed to do, and you end up doing it, you lack emotional discipline. When you feel like committing that act, and you know fully well that it is not good, and you know fully well that committing that act is actually wrong, you know fully well that it will a lot of ripple effect. It comes with a lot of actions. It will bounce back. And you know fully well, and you still go ahead. Still went ahead to commit such act. You lack emotional discipline. Teenagers, listen good. Peradventure, you saw somebody putting a poison in your food, and you want to tell me so much you love that food, you must eat it, but for the mere fact you're able to spy on somebody putting poison in that food, do you want to tell me that as much as you feel like eating that food, you will still eat it? No, you won't. You won't. Or maybe when you're about to eat, you so much prepare, or you just bought a pizza and you just want to eat that pizza hot like that, and your dog from nowhere just came and pee on that pizza. And so because you felt like eating that pizza, until I eat that pizza, my body will not calm down. And will you eat it? No, because of the pee. The dog has already peed inside. Will you? No. At that moment, what makes you hold yourself from such act? Discipline. Oh, should we say out of fear? Oh, okay. The peradventure there is poison in the food, so out of fear that you don't want to die, but you were able to hold your body. You are able to hold it. Or peradventure out of infection, because your dog peed on your food, and you were not able to eat it again. That's how you are so desperate to how you felt you must eat it. So what made you to stop? Oh, peradventure because of fear of getting infection, but at least you were still able to. Oh, come on then, what are we talking about? Emotional discipline. Emotional discipline is an act that you don't need to be. It is not when they cajole you. It is not when you are being placed under surveillance. It's not when you know that people are watching you, you will now decide not to commit such act. It is when nobody is seeing you. One, two. You should be able to subject your feelings under and say, this thing I ain't gonna do it. No way, I ain't gonna do it. Are you with me? That's what we call emotional discipline. Emotional discipline. Are you with me? Or now you there's this friend of yours so gotten on your neck, is a pain in your neck and your flesh, and you just want to lose it. Just want to lose it and just flare up and you decide to hold yourself. You just decide to hold yourself that well, it doesn't worth it. That is emotional discipline. Okay, you and a guy, oh, my friend, and all of a sudden, body start developing hormones, some hormones start going up, running through your veins. You just feel like grabbing that guy or that girl and just want to kiss. You just want to, and you know fully well it is wrong. And you know fully well it might lead to what you didn't expect. So what do? That is what we call emotional discipline. As much as you feel like, I must have this thing. Until I have this thing, my body will not calm down. But when you remember what comes after that act, so many things will start falling in that you don't want to go there. You don't even want it to happen to you. When you are able to remember that, you just put a stop. That is emotional discipline. Oh, maybe a girl looking for love, by all means, blah, blah, blah. At the point maybe you're feeling vulnerable, and you saw on the platform of God, you saw a guy on the platform of God wanted to offer you a hug, girls will love hearing sweet words, and then you slip right into his hand, and then before you know it, and you saw it coming. Maybe because you are vulnerable, maybe because you are feeling vulnerable, and you saw it coming that, what's going on here? And you did quickly apply check, and then you just slide into it. You lack emotional discipline. You should be able to control your emotions, no matter what, no matter how hurt you are, no matter how hurt or what you've been through, no matter what you have been through, no matter what, you just need to learn to have emotional discipline. Remember, I said it has to do with your emotions. It has to do with your emotions. Are you with me? When they see this one, they say, this one is too emotional. Any small thing, she will start crying. Let's bully her. She will start crying, But you not say no. If I am quiet, I might be meek. I might be quiet. That does not mean I'm weak. Being meek does not mean I'm weak. You learn to control emotions, so you just throw caution in the air and lose it. Hey, blah, 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 blah. No. Are you with me? Even if we go through the word Galatians 5, if we check the word of God, Galatians 5:22 to 23, and then begin to check the fruits of the spirit. There's love, joy, peace, long suffering. And in that word, if we go to MSG Bible translation or NLT, there is self-control. Self-control. You should be able to control. Just like we used to put our flesh, we subject it under. Same way, you subject your emotions under. You subject your emotions under. When you apply check and no, you should be able to control your emotions. And in a situation where it's beyond you, it's beyond your power, seek for help, seek for counsel. Ask the Holy Spirit to help you. Are you with me? Okay. You just feel like stealing that meat in your mother's pot, or stealing that money in your boss drawer. You just until you steal it, until you take that thing, just to go and do whatever you want to do with it. Your body won't calm down. You just say, I just can't control it too. I just can't control it. I can't control myself. Who says you cannot control yourself? when you meet with death face to face, you will control yourself, won't you? You will. And when you're about to sleep with a guy, and all of a sudden, somebody just burst in and told you that guy is HIV, that guy has AIDS, won't all those emotions run down? Immediately, won't everything come down? Same way, guys, when you're about to sleep with that girl and they say that girl is HIV, is an HIV patient, immediately what will happen? Yeah. So in other words, you have the power. So we need to be disciplined. Bible says all things are not all things are lawful, but not all things are expedient. Are you with me? So you do have to do some things. If it's not necessary, you don't have to do it. You don't have to do something. Even in the word Proverbs 25, if you go to the word Proverbs 25, I think 25 verse 28, he said a person that lacks self-control is like a wall with is like a city without wall. In other words, if you like self-control, you'll be open to so many things. If you like self-control, you lack self-control, you'll be open to so many things. You will be so gullible. Let me just use that word. You'll be so gullible to so many things. This one will come, you absorb. That one will come, you is an access. You just give yourself away. So it's like a city without wall. And imagine a city that does not have wall. What do you think? It's prone to attack. A city without wall or a house without a wall. What do you think? It's prone to an attack. You can imagine a house without door, burglary, window. Is it not prone to attack? It's prone to attack. You know? The same way, if you don't have self-control over some things in life, I'm not even limiting it to only sex. So many things in life. In means of edibility, it might be edible, or even where some people going to parties, or I must revel. All these things my peers are wearing, I must wear it. I must. And in the presence of must, you can't control yourself. You're not disciplined. You go through some routes you're not supposed to go through. Hey, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, teenagers, listen to me. You're unique. Run your own race. Be disciplined. Be disciplined. Be disciplined in whatever you're doing, in what you eat, in what you wear, in what you do, where you go. No matter what, how you feel, be disciplined. When you know it is not good, when you know the result, it's going to be bad. When you know that it will result to so many things that will even affect you outrightly. It will affect the journey of your life. So I'm going to bring it to an end here today. In all that you do, wherever you go, remember, you need to be emotionally disciplined. Not only physical, not only spiritual. Have self-control. Remember, a city without wall is prone to attack. You know? So it's like a city, a person that cannot control his or herself. It's like a city without wall. So if you cannot control yourself, you cannot be emotionally disciplined. You're like a city without wall. You're like a house without door, without burglary, without window, access. Access. Some of us say until I have sex. Hey, I'm feeling gigi now. I must have it. You are like, and you cannot put yourself under. You can subject yourself, your feelings under, your emotions under. Say, hey, I'm not going to have sex. Because if anything happens right now, I could contract it. I could get pregnant. Unwanted pregnancy. So many things. If it happens right now, what will happen? And will cause so many, ripple effects in your life, on the journey of your life. And so you have to subject yourself and say, I'm not going to do it, even though I feel like I won't. Okay? So I just want to employ and encourage you, teenagers, be emotional disciplined. No matter how, don't let any boy crack you up or walk you up to the point that you cannot even resist. Same thing, guys, don't let any girl. Don't be so thrilled. Maybe with a figure, with a shape, with a blah, 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 like that you cannot subject your feelings and say, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, but this is not right now. Because anything can happen. Are you with me? So I'm going to bring it to an end because of time. Teenagers, remember God's got you. If you feel free to leave in the comment section, leave your own, if you want to ask any question, you can chat me up, drop your number, or drop your comments on the comment section. So remember, wherever you go, remember you are unique. You are who you are. You're a city on a hill. You cannot be hidden. So that city, it needs a wall. So you need to be emotionally disciplined in all that you do, even what you eat, even what you wear, even the friends you keep, even places you go. You need to be emotionally disciplined. You don't go by your feelings, go by logics, go by the Spirit of God. You don't go by your feelings. I feel like going to that party and I will go. And what if the Spirit of God is telling you don't go? So what happens? So in other words, in most cases, check it. Don't go. It's not everything you go by your feelings. All right, and let the Lord lead you where I love you, and be good wherever you are. Be good, and you will thrive. See you next time, teenagers. Bye.